Class 9. Hello students. So hope you are going through your studies. I have already sent you video regarding solution. Your second chapter is going on, is matter around us pure? So and I hope that you are going through the videos, you are watching the videos, because this will help you in future to gain marks. If you don't go through the videos, definitely you will not understand each and every topic. I am taking each and every topic from the book so that it can be understood by you in a proper way. In this chapter already I have explained about element, compound, mixture. Now solution part is going on. Just before I have sent you the video regarding solution and types of solution, that is classification of solution. Today we are going to study about the properties of solution. I have already written here the properties. I will explain it one by one. First point, a solution is homogeneous in nature. Nowadays you are familiar with the word homogeneous, you know the meaning also. Homogeneous means same throughout the bulk. The taste, the color, the texture, the properties, everything is same throughout the bulk of the substance. That is, whatever may be the solution, you are going to find same property throughout the solution. That is, its taste, its color, its texture, its odor will be same throughout the solution. Somewhere it is something else and in another place the property is something different, you cannot find it. Very easy example, sugar solution, the taste will same throughout the solution. So this point no need to explain anymore. Second point, the size of the particle of the solution is less than 10 to the power minus 9 meter, and that is called 1 nanometer. While defining solution, I have used this word, that is the solute particles, size of solute particles, it should not be more than 10 to the power minus 9 meter. It should be always less than 10 to the power minus 9 meter. Then only we can say that it is in solution. Otherwise, we will give it some other name. Later on in this chapter, you will learn about colloids and suspension. So those colloids and suspensions are there. The name is different due to different size of the particles present in that. Solution means the size of the particle is less than 10 to the power minus 9 meter or less than 1 nanometer. Next, point number 3. The particles of solution cannot be seen even with the help of microscope. This is related with point 2. That is, in point 2 I am saying that the size of the particle is very less. From here you cannot imagine that how much small it is. 10 to the power minus 9 meter. You write down in the decimal form. So and if you have any meter scale, 1 meter is how much you can imagine. So divide it by 10 to the power minus 9, then how much small portion you are going to get. It is not possible for you to look at that particle size by naked eye. Even it is not possible to look by the microscope available in the school. That is normal microscope. By using normal microscope, you cannot see the size of the solute particles. They are so small in size. The size is really so small that even normal microscope you cannot use to see the size of the particle. Next point. The particles of the solution passes through the filter paper. Passes through the same thing. All properties of solution depends upon the size of the particle. Actually, size of the particle is determining all these properties. Filter paper you have seen. Through filter paper, what can I use to separate? Through filter paper, you can separate chalk powder from water. You can separate sand and water using filter paper, soil and water using filter paper. So particles of chalk powder, sand, soil, these are bigger enough so that they cannot pass through the small pores of the filter filter paper. Filter paper is having very small pores. The size of those pores are very small. They are smaller than the size of the particle of sand, chalk powder, soil, etc. But the particles of solution, they are much more smaller than the size of the pore of the filter paper also. So when we are pouring a solution over filter paper, everything will pass through the filter paper. Nothing will be deposited over the filter paper because the size of the pores of the filter paper are larger than the size of the particle of the solute particles or the particles of the solution. So I hope at this point also you have understood. Now point 5. The solute particles do not settle on keeping. Definitely due to smaller size they will not settle down on keeping. Which particles settle down? Heavier particles, they settle down. You have seen in junior classes that sometimes water which is having impurity in the form of mud, sand, something else can be not purified, but a little bit purification can be done by decantation and sedimentation. That is sedimentation followed by decantation. So what is actually sedimentation? If you keep a glass of water having chalk powder mixed with it for sometimes 1 or 2 hours or even more than that for overnight, in the morning you will find that the chalk particles has settled at the bottom of the glass tumbler and the water above it is clear water or clean water. I cannot say pure, but I can say clean or clear water. So why the particles have been settled? Because the particles are heavier in size. So being heavier, they settle down at the bottom. But in this case, the particles are very smaller in size. They are not heavier, they are lighter because of the small size. So they will not settle down at the bottom of the glass tumbler. Have you seen that common salt dissolved in water? If you keep it overnight, in the morning salt has been settled at the bottom? No, that is not possible. Because it is homogeneous mixture and the particle size and particle weights are so less that they cannot settle down. So this is all about this point. Now next point. Solute particles do not scatter light. This is very important point. Actually, scattering light is known as Tyndall effect. You will learn later on. Tyndall effect. While discussion about colloids and suspension, I will say it in detail. Scattering means when light is falling on the particles are making the light rays to scattered in all the direction. If the scattering of light occurs, in that case we are able to see the path of the light rays, and that is known as Tyndall effect. So generally solute particles of solution do not show Tyndall effect. They do not show the scattering of light. They do not show scattering of light because the size of the particles are so small that it is not possible for it to scatter the light. Everything is depending upon the size of the particle. On the other hand, I am giving you one example. In a dark room, you take one glass tumbler full of milk, or even you can take a stainless steel tumbler full of milk. But in a dark room, you have to do the experiment. Now, use a torch and put the torch over the milk in the dark room. You can find the path of the ray coming from the torch. Instead of torch, if you use laser beam, then it will be much more better to look at the path. So that path is visible due to the scattering of light by the particles present in the milk, and that effect is known as Tyndall effect. That effect you cannot find in case of any solution. The same experiment if you do using sugar solution or salt solution, you cannot find the same thing. That means in a dark room, if you take sugar solution and through that if you pass a beam of light using torch, the path of the light can't be visible. visible. You can find whole light over the glass tumbler, but a particular ray or particular path, that is not visible. That is visible in case of milk. So I hope I have explained all the properties of the solution. If you have any problem, go through the video several times, pause it, try to understand. Your concept should be clear. From class 9, if your concept is going to be clear, in higher classes there will be no difficulties. If you are thinking of taking science stream in future, so each and every point should be clear from now, because these things are only you are going to learn in higher class in elaborated form. Now it is in smaller form, but in higher class these things only you will learn in elaborated form. So every doubt should be clear, every concept should be clear. We are trying our best to make your doubts clear. You also have to come forward to make your doubt clear. So thank you very much, student, for today. Next day I will come with other topic of the same.